So how do you feel when people eat chicken in front of you?
I feel sad. I see a baby.
So like, if I did it,
Yeah, you're eating a baby.
Alrighty, so what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Alright, today we got a pretty interesting videos to react to, actually, because I'm gonna be reacting to some top tier comedy here. Alright, we're gonna be reacting to some meat eaters eating meat in front of vegans. Alright, top tier stuff. I mean, we all know how bad vegans are overall and just how cringy they can be at times, so we're gonna be reacting to that. So buckle up and let's get right into it.
You're disgusting. What do you think you are? You're just a coward. You're a fucking coward. You're a spy piece of shit. And you're embarrassing me. What am I gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna die on your own without fucking protection.
Whoa, threatening someone with death is insane, or wishing death upon them is actually insane. I mean, these vegans are taking it to a whole nother level of insanity. I mean, are you serious? Sure, someone doesn't have the same ideology as you or beliefs that may make you annoyed, but to like wish that they actually die is a whole nother level of weird. Like, boo-hoo, they don't want to consume grass, lettuce, and all the other garbage you consume that you consider to be good. So what? Do something about it. Stop crying and go realize that you're an adult and they're an adult and they can make their own decisions.
It feels fucking good. You and your small dick and your pussy way of killing animals, and it feels good in front of the vegans. Huh? You have all the blood on your face and all the blood on your hands. It feels good with your small dick.
I honestly have so much respect for this dude because, honestly, to just sit there and just make these vegans look stupid in front of all the people who are not laughing at the dude eating the meat, but laughing at the vegan throwing that much of a fit is, great. These vegans cry about us not living by their, you know, lifestyle, but then they continue to, like, do stuff like this publicly, like, try to embarrass people and scrutinize them and criticize them for eating meat, instead of actually trying to be like, you know, I understand how it feels to be a meat eater, but you should probably just convert. Not only does this help yourself, but it helps the, you know, environment around you. Instead of being logical about it, they want to be hostile, which, you know, people laugh at them for it, and that's why no one takes them serious. So, like, do I feel for or feel bad for vegans? No, not at all. They're goofballs, dude. I mean, come on, are you serious right now? These are the dumbest people of all time. Look at her, walks away because what she was saying did absolutely nothing, and now she just looks like an idiot. She's gonna go home embarrassed because her whole entire, oh yeah, yeah, vegans, yeah, it didn't work. Didn't work at all. We're gonna be reacting to another vegan who pretty much had people eat chicken in front of her. It was hilarious, so let's react to it.
They knock them unconscious in different ways, and then they slit their throat to drain the blood out of them. So
After they don't feel pain.
but it's murder, right?
No.
Yes.
Murder.
Taking someone's life is murder, wouldn't you agree?
I would not.
Wait, just a moment. You think cows, pigs, chickens are an object? They're not someone.
I never said they were an object.
Well, you just said
I said
there's
they were an animal. I never said they were someone.
You said they're not someone, they're something.
As a human, something.
No, someone is any individual, whether it be a dog, a human, a cow, a chicken, or a pig.
Is individual.
They all have a brain. They're all people.
Yeah, they're not people though.
Yeah.
Although, like, yeah, animals are living things, and I would never harm an animal unless my life was in, you know, danger. Meaning, like, if I had to protect myself, let's just say I was hiking and some bear comes, rushes me, probably 9 times out of 10 I ain't gonna have time to save myself from that. But let's just say it's like some coyote and I have to, you know, use lethal force and defend myself just in case I'm in that situation, then it's justified. But how some people just go and harm animals, yeah, they are living things and you can go to jail for that because they are living things. But I'm gonna be real, this kid definitely spins some facts. I mean, they're not individuals, they're not someone, they're just living organisms. They're living things. They're not someone. Individual human beings are someone. Like, yeah, you can't really try to classify them as human beings. Like, they're not human, they're animals. Like, that's definitely the part I agree with veganism the most. The vegans, at least, who have the hardcore point of view, they're like, yeah, don't hurt animals. I mean, I agree, I love animals, dude. I think they're very insanely interesting creatures, especially, like, obviously dogs, but, like, all the animals in, like, Africa and all over the world that have poachers and people coming to, like, take the horns off of, like, these what is it, hippos and all type of stuff, all these elephants and tusks and all this. I don't agree with it, because not only is it a crime, but they have lives and families just like us, and I agree with that. To just go out of your way to like harm them for money is insane. Like, I do not agree with that whatsoever. But at the end of the day, we gotta eat. All right, we gotta eat. It's the life cycle we live in. I mean, after all, if we have all these animals, because animals have insane amounts of populations, it's insane amounts of animals on this earth. If we stopped eating them, honestly, there'd be so many of them on the planet, dude. I mean, we eat chicken, and, you know, there's still millions and millions and millions and millions and millions. I don't know how many chickens there are. Just use the chickens for an example, but yeah. You can tell I'm not an expert, but you get exactly what I mean, okay?
They are.
A people is a Homo sapien person.
It can be, no, a person is any individual that is sentient.
That's not.
They all, do you have any pet dogs or cats?
I do.
So would you call them something or someone?
Yeah, it's a pet. Is that not the case?
Do you agree they have a unique personality? Do you agree that they want to live?
I mean, some of them.
If I bolt gun them in the head, would you say that's not murder?
I mean, it depends why you're doing that.
Unnecessarily, taking their life unnecessarily, or maybe to eat their bodies.
If your dog was really sick, would you put it down?
It depends if that's the best decision, but we're not really talking about sick animals. We're talking about baby animals.
Honestly, it's a back and forth that's really interesting, because he has some good points, she has some good points. He has more good points, in my opinion, than she does, because it depends on the circumstances, just like a human being. If a human being is, let's just say, coming to take your life, and you have to defend yourself and take their life, I mean, come on now, it's self-defense. You gotta defend yourself in these streets, every man for themselves. How people go out here and just take animals' lives? No, obviously not. Obviously not. There's no reason for it. But if there's a obvious industry in which we consume these animals and eat them to keep ourselves alive so the human race can keep going, then yeah, it's justified. Like, yeah, murder is not something that I necessarily agree with at all, but it's just in certain cases it happens, and it's necessary, and people die, people get killed. As far as animals too, living animals, and, you know, the organisms and that area of life, they eat each other. There's predators, there's prey. It's every man for themselves, dude. Death is a natural part of the earth. Everything dies.
Being forced into slaughterhouses to be murdered.
They're not forced, they're raised. Well, they are forced, but by raised.
Yeah, so they're forcibly bred into existence, and then they're forced into their murder.
They are.
Yeah.
And yeah, to be bred to eat. It's not like we're just picking a random cow and killing it.
But does that, just because that's their purpose that we've put upon them, that we've forced upon them, does that justify murder?
Do we not force upon dogs to be pets as well? Do you have a dog? Do you have a pet dog?
Yes, I have a companion dog.
Which dog? What kind of dog?
He's a Jack Russell.
How much did you pay for that?
I don't know, he's been in my family for 10 years, but I don't agree with breeding animals into existence.
Too bad you don't agree with it, because you may not agree with it, but that ain't about to make the whole world change and stop for you. I'm sorry, believe it or not, that's just not gonna happen, buddy. It's not gonna happen at all.
So why did you?
So I wasn't vegan at that point in time. As a vegan, I would never pay for someone, buy a breeder or anything. I would rescue animals at shelters, because lots of animals are murdered in shelters. But I would never pay for an animal, because I believe they're not commodities.
Vegan?
Pardon?
A Converse vegan?
I believe they are, but these aren't Converse, they're Ganda.
And is that...
So anyway, back to the start where you said, can you stop?
Look at her trying to avoid that. Nah, that's a W play from him, though, because, like, you're over here trying to preach vegan to someone. You probably don't even know if your shoes are vegan. Like, there's probably products in your shoes or, like, materials that come from animals, and you're gonna try to slide past that to talk about what he eats. No, buddy, if you're a vegan and you don't like contributing to that, then the things that you have, every product has to be vegan and doesn't have to contribute to the animal holocaust or whatever.
But why do you bother people? My question is, why do you pay people to abuse and murder animals?
I don't pay people to do it. I supply and demand.
Exactly, it is about supply and demand.
Why would I pay people? I pay my teachers, we pay teachers so we can educate ourselves, right?
Exactly. So when you consume animal,
their livelihood
Yeah.
Millions of Australians.
Yeah,
used to make
but when
money.
you
So
consume animal flesh and secretions, you can't say that you're not directly paying for their abuse and murder.
But like he said, he's not paying anybody to go out there and take the life of an animal. No. Like he said, supply and demand. He pays someone to supply the demand. You pay this person the money, they give you what you paid for. They're not paying people. Us people who go to McDonald's aren't paying someone to go out there, take the life of an animal, come back, cook it, and then give it to you. No, we're not paying for that. We're paying for processed goods. What, are you gonna say the same thing for a vet? I'm pretty sure you have to pay to put down a dog or all type of stuff like that. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure you have to pay for that. So what are you gonna say? Oh, you're paying and contributing to people killing dogs. What are you gonna use that same logic? No, you're not. It's like, come on, like you can't use it for one party or use it from one argument and then not use it for the next. It's dumb.
So how do you feel when people eat chicken in front of you?
I feel sad. I see a baby. I see someone eating a baby.
So like,
Chickens are only 6 weeks old.
So this makes you sad.
Yes, because that is a 6-week-old baby.
So like, if I did it,
Yeah, you're eating a baby. Yeah. Pardon?
How do you know it was a baby?
Yeah, but regardless, that is someone else. Whether they're a baby or not, you are eating someone's body.
Shout out to this absolute legend. This kid is a savage. But yeah, on that note, I'm out with the video. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.